So hey guys, in this video we are going to study what are actual data types in. So let's get started to it. And first we will create a file that is datatypes.py, and in that file we will do rest of the things. But to understand yourself, we will make a separate folder for all our programs. I will name it as programs, and this will be publicly available on GitHub, right? So you can get the link of this in the description below, so you don't need to worry, you are going to get all the programs. I will just move all the programs to this programs folder. So if you don't get any program, or you don't, if the program is not running correctly because of a simple mistake, you can just refer to these programs online, right? So it is pretty convenient to get to stay connected, right? So this is the main motive of that. And make sure to follow me on GitHub also, because I provide some of the most interesting projects on GitHub. So let's continue to the topic. And here the first data type is in any language is integer, right? Integer is a basic data type, but in Python you don't need to specify that is integer a is equals to value and then a is equals to this much. It will directly automatically sense that if you declare a variable as we declared previously. So look at this program. Here is 50, print a. It automatically senses that a is an data type with as an integer. It takes a as an integer, and you don't need to specify it. So similarly, when we create the next data type, that is str, and we pass a string to it, that is I am passing in my, here in my case, Rapto learning as a string to str, and Python automatically senses that it is the data type of string, right? So if I try to print this string str, Raptor learning is successfully printed, right? So that means in Python you don't need to specify the which type of data type you are currently using. As you can see, as I have added slash n, it is giving learning to the next line. So this way you can add your text to the align your text to the next line. So many of you have confusion that single quote and double quotes and triple quotes I am using. So these are all same, but what happens when you try to print quotes in your text, right? You have to use triple quotes, right? So as in my case, I will show you how to use print quotes in the string only. So you just need to add triple quotes to your text, and then you have to add as much as quotes you want in your text, right? So when you run this, as you can see in the debug screen, I will just increase its size. So you have to give a space between them and run it again, right? So if we run it again, it is also printing the codes. That means if you want to print a code for a specific reason, you can use always triple quotes. So these are the same. Triple quotes do print as it is mentioned in between them, right? So you can also print various things to it. So let's start. The next data type is double. So why I'm not writing double as a variable name, because it may be reserved, right? So you cannot know. So I will just pass a double number, that is 32.2. So let's print that double number and run it. So double is also successfully printed. So these are the very basic data types that are available in Python. We are going to study more data types in the coming lectures, right? Though this is the basic data types lecture only. So let's implement float, right? So float is a data type used for float is usually used for storing a decimal numbers, right? So here I have made some mistakes. I have not printed the correct value. So let's run it again, and here you can see that it is successfully printed, right? So these are the complex data type, right? So we are going to study now complex data type. Till now we have studied simple data types, right? So in complex data type, this is the first complex data type, that means in that you can also give a number and as well as a alphabet also. So this is a very special type of data type available in Python. So as you can see, 1j is successfully printed, and if you try to print the alphabet first and the number second, it will give you an error, right? So in all the things there are some rules and regulations you have to follow in learning every language. So these are some rules for using complex data type. So next data type is Boolean data type, right? So Boolean is a very special data type. It only stores true and false value in your program, right? So as you can see, I will write here b is equals to true, and then I will if I try to print b, right, so it will print the value as true. So it is basically used in various operations. Boolean is a very important data type, and if you type here false, it will again print false. So it takes only true and false value, you cannot give any other value to b, this if it is Boolean, right? So if you give another value, it will become integer or float, anything like that. As I have mentioned, Python automatically senses the data type and you don't need to specify it. So let's move forward, and I will just write here for your convenience of understanding. I will write here in comments that which data type is this and which is this, right? So let's add data types, and in data types I will specify each data types, because when you are going to refer this to from GitHub, right, so you will understand it very easily. So I have mentioned integer, this is string, this is float, this is complex, and this is Boolean. So these are the very basic data types you must know in Python. So speaking of the high level data types, there are many data types available. That is string type, a text type, that is string, numeric types in float, and complex. We have studied this. Now the sequence type, mapping type, set type, and binary type, these all are remaining, and you will get a separate video on this because it needs their own separate explanation. This will be going to a very long video if I add all those data types in this video only. So let's stay tuned and wait for the next video. You just pause this video and go through all these data types that are available in Python, right? So